Hello, everyone. We are here with Sara and Shawn from Life After Lockup. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, we're doing great. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And hello, everyone in the chat. So, okay, I'm just going to get right to it. Are you still working as a mechanic, Shawn? You still doing
I
the same
am.
kind of work?
Yep.
How's that
Still
been?
doing it.
Are you guys planning on having any more children?
No.
No.
No, we are done
No?
having children. Yeah, we're done.
You don't want to be number 8?
No.
Are you
No,
guys?
7 was quite enough.
Yeah. Have either of you guys got fixed or decided to put in preventative measures so you don't have no more kids?
I'm
if it
on
happens,
birth
it
control. I'm on birth control.
That's cool. Because Sean's got those super swimmers, it seems like.
Right.
So how old are your kids, Shawn?
See, you can really put me on the spot like that. But my oldest obviously just met Brandon. He's 22. You got Gracie.
He's handsome.
He's 18,
He's
or Gracie's 18. Obviously, she's been on the show. So the other ones are in the teenagers. They're all really close apart. Like I think 17, 16, 14, and my youngest one's 11.
Oh, so one of them's out of school now?
I believe they're all in school. Yeah, two of them. Well, Brandon and Gracie, obviously, because Brandon's in the Army. So.
Yeah, Brandon's a handsome young man.
We figured that people would say that.
Yeah. How is your daughter's name Abby? Is that her name?
Yes.
Is she currently living with you guys?
Yes.
How do you guys do you have a relationship with her father? Do you guys co-parent or anything like that?
Her father is an addict. He is kind of that's a very complicated situation, but that is actually something that you guys can maybe look forward to in the future on the season. He's circling back around.
Yeah. So how old are you now, Sara?
28.
And your daughter's 6, 7?
She's 8 now.
Oh, 8, dang.
Yeah.
I was really off.
Growing up.
So okay, neither of you guys have been married before, right?
Nope.
So did you and Kelly ever get close to engaged or close to getting married?
Yeah, Kelly and I, we did come close. I think we went all, we got the license and whatever, and we just kind of didn't go through with it for some reason after that, and then just kind of fizzled out after that.
Have you been engaged before, Sara? Have you ever come close to marrying before?
I've been engaged too, but I haven't. Yeah. I didn't say yes.
Yeah. So what? How many years were you and Kelly together for, Shawn?
Quite a while. Like we were a long time. Like I want to say, I don't know, 20 years, 15, 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Something like that. It was a long time we were together.
Yeah. What made you decide? What made you decide that you wanted to propose to Destiny? Like, what made you look at Destiny and be like, "This girl looks like wifey material"?
I honestly don't even know. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. That I still trying to figure that out myself. Why I would do that. Maybe I was just, I don't even know what I was thinking. Maybe I wasn't thinking. I don't even know.
Yeah, that was a shocker for me. I was surprised when she said yes too. I was like, oh my gosh. But have you guys? What'd you say? Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. There's a lag. It seems like, so I'm sorry that I'm trying not to talk over you, but. Has you and Kelly's relationship, when you guys were together, did you guys have a lot of drama in your relationship, or did it just start up when you guys broke up or when you started dating other people?
Yeah, we didn't really have a lot of drama. There was like, I mean, I worked a lot. That was probably, most of the issue. But and then a lot of the drama just started, like, I would say after, we kind of did whenever I tried
Yeah.
to date somebody. But for the most part, everything was all right.
Yeah. How long have you been sober now, Sarah?
I am going on October will be 8 years.
Dang, congrats. Well, you
Thank
look like
you.
really good. Like compared to your picture they show, like when
They did me
your
so
mugshot.
wrong in that mugshot. I mean, they did me so wrong. But I've yet to
Yeah,
see a
no.
decent mugshot. So I mean,
Oh yeah, no, everybody's got bad mugshots. Like if they would have seen mine if I was ever on the show, I'd look like a hot mess.
yeah, I think they purposely like make them look bad. Like it's wild. Like a
It'd be
special
shady.
camera or something.
Yeah. So how did you originally get into heroin and how old were you when you first started using?
I started using at the age of 12, and that was kind
Wow.
of just
Heroin?
like dabbling in. No. I started with like pills and cane, drinking, weed, all that stuff, and then I want to say I used heroin for the first time when I was 16. So still pretty.
Oh wow. Yeah. What got you into that? Were you just like hanging out with like the wrong people? Are you dating a dude that got you into it? Yeah, that's what happened with me too. I was like, yeah. So let me see. So when you and Sean, you guys met on a pen pal site?
Yes.
What pen pal site did you guys meet on?
I think it was called Prison Pen Pals.
Prison pen. So how did let me see. When you guys were writing each other, like how did that go? Like how long was it before you guys started talking on the phone? Or did you start talking on the phone immediately?
We definitely exchanged a couple emails first, and then I think I called him once, and we had like a really great conversation and stuff, but I just didn't call back.
Yeah.
Because, like I've said before, Sean was the last person to answer my ad, and before him, I just had a wild bunch of weird people, and I was kind of over it by the time he came along, and I thought, well, at this point there's nobody normal that is going to get a hold of me on this app, so or on this site, so I was just done with it. Tried to get it removed and everything because it was just too much. Wow. Yeah, so by the time he came along, I'm like, oh, he's not normal, he's just like the rest of them, but he kept, he was persistent, so eventually he kind of broke me. And in the beginning when we were talking and stuff, like we did talk pretty frequently, but it was always like surface level, and it just wasn't that deep. It actually wasn't until after he kind of like fell off on me for a couple months, which was when he was dabbling with Destiny. And when he came back, like we instantly, like, of course I was upset, but I was like, oh, well, you don't really know me. Like it was kind of just it wasn't nothing at that point. And then when he came back, we kind of just, I don't know, we hit it off real good, and we just started like really talking every day, several times a day. Like, I mean, it kind of just like, I don't know, geared it up, I guess.
Right. It just kind of brought us that experience. I think feel like it brought us closer. Like I think after that, I kind of understood that, Sarah was really being honest with me, and that, it just made it a lot easier because, I saw all the red flags with Destiny to where now it's like it didn't have any really red flags with Sarah because it just kind of seemed like everything she was telling me was matching up,
Yeah, when you go from being punched every day by Destiny to Sarah, it's a big difference. So you guys' conversations weren't awkward at first? Like Sean wasn't all awkward like he was when he saw his sister for the first time the other day?
Oh man.
Actually, no. It's like I think he feels more comfortable like over the phone. Like he was very like outgoing. Like I would have never thought that he would be the way he is, like with the conversations we had and the emails we had. Like I never thought in a million years he would be shy, and he actually is really shy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to learn that like from the last episode. So do you ever have when so you said you had other dudes writing you, did you ever have like any weirdos asking you any weird requests or just like were
Yeah,
like most of them creeps? You're like, "Oh
every
no,
single
I'm not
every single
into
last one of
this."
them were creeps in some way, whether it was like I'm already in love with you after one letter, or it was like the sexual, I want to, dominate you, like weird crazy stuff,
Oh yeah.
which
Yeah. Wow. So when Sean disappeared for a few months, when he was with Destiny, did you move on and try talking to somebody else or anything?
I actually had a girlfriend while I was in there, like a off and
Oh
on
wow.
relationship.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
You just
that
put a focus
ended.
into her.
That yeah, that ended like probably 6 months before I got out or something. Like it just kind of it was a toxic situation and all that, but and then like my kid's dad would randomly like pop up and try to talk again, and I had a stalker at one point that I talked with some, and then kind of when I got with Sean, he kind
Yeah.
of lost his mind and caused all kinds of drama and all that. But yeah,
Yeah. So how long were you and your girlfriend together for?
mm, maybe 3 years.
Did you know about her girlfriend, Sean, when you guys were talking?
Not until the end. Like it was like when we started talking back up, I think the second time she kind of came clean and told me, and and all that. So I couldn't really. I felt like there was nothing that I could get mad about because at that time it was an ex. You know what I mean? So I just kind of,
Yeah.
she kind of told me. I don't remember something
Yeah.
on the phone call that brought it up. Somebody was yelling or whatever at you or something. I think it was her that So
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't feature her in the show or bring her up in the show
Um,
because they love little pretty girlfriends.
yeah, well, it was a very, very like bad breakup. So we kind of
Oh,
just
yeah. You said she was toxic.
yeah, we literally like after we like finally, because it was off and on again all that time, like it was so bad, like, and I kind of just once I decided to be done, I was just done. And like we could be in the same room and not even look or speak or nothing because we lived in the same dorm or whatever, which was horrible. But I kind of
Yeah.
just yeah, when I make up my mind and I'm done, I'm done. Like I don't have
Yeah.
nothing else to talk about. So
Yeah, that would be hard. Like breaking up with someone, literally having to be forced to be around them all the time, still in prison.
there's no escape, literally none.
Yeah. What? How was your? So, did you have? How was your experience when you were in prison? Besides that,
I mean, I don't want to say it was good because it wasn't, but um I dealt with a lot of emotional stuff, like being away from my
Mhm.
daughter and, just thinking about all the bad choices I'd made. And I really, really, really guilt tripped myself. And, I deserve that because, I know I could have did better and all of that.
Yeah,
But I told myself it took me about a year to really sink in that I wasn't going anywhere for 6 years. So
yeah,
that first year was the toughest year for me and probably the last
yeah,
because you're so close but so far away. So,
yeah,
for me, I just was like, I'm not going to sit here and just waste this 6 years. I'm going to do stuff to better myself. And I did. I did
yeah.
college classes. I got degrees. I did all kinds of self-help groups. And, I was in the staff dog program. I trained dogs, the staff, like the
Oh, that's
cops
cool.
and stuff like that. So I kept myself really
Mhm.
busy. I did everything I could to try to have a good bond with my daughter even through
Mhm.
that, talk to her daily, send her
Yeah.
gifts and stuff when I can and all stuff like that. So
Were you? Did was she able to come visit you while you're in prison? Your daughter?
no,
Oh,
I
that
didn't want
sucks.
her to. I basically decided I didn't want her to grow up there with me because that's what it
Yeah,
would have been. You know what I mean? And I didn't want her,
yeah,
I didn't want to confuse her. I didn't want to put her through that because that's so
yeah,
many years of that. And I just thought, and I made the right decision at the end of the day. because our relationship, I just didn't want her to think I was bad, you know, like I don't want her to grow up thinking like, oh God, my mom's in prison and, you know, da 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 da.
Yeah.
Like my mom just kind of told her that I was like off away at school, and, you know, she kind of just was like, okay, you know, like, and she took it pretty well. And, you know, when she gets old enough, like, I'm gonna sit her down and explain to her. But like I said, she's 8 years old, so I don't you can't really explain addiction and stuff like that to an 8-year-old, you know.
Yeah, she's still got a few years before she'll understand.
Right.
Do you have any crazy prison stories or anything like that from when you're in prison?
I mean, I've seen a lot of good fights, I will say that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I bet.
you know, I think one of the wildest things is honestly the COs or the corrections officers or whatever. Those are the people that, like, you'd be so surprised by how many relationships get established, and that's obviously a big no. Like
Yeah,
they will like push you in your cell and, you know, basically be like, let me see whatever or even try
oh
stuff,
wow,
and there's basically nothing you can do about it because they're not going to believe you're the inmate, you know. So there
yeah,
was a lot of stuff like that. Actually, the chaplain at the prison that I was at got arrested because the girl, like, she was able to prove that he had been raping her. I don't want to
oh
say too much.
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but he wound up getting like 8 years for it. She
Yeah,
So I mean,
wow.
that's a lot of it, and then they're the ones that bring in all the drugs and like all that stuff,
The
and it's
cell
like
phones,
the
all that.
cell
Yeah,
phones, all the things. It's like you guys are the ones that hire these people. You know what I mean? Like they need a
yeah,
better. It's like they'll just hire anybody. Like the COs and the staff members there circulate like the inmates do. Like nobody
yeah,
stays around because they get fired or they leave before they get caught doing what they were doing, and it was a
yeah.
mess.
Yeah, I bet. Dang. Yeah, because I saw somebody from the show, another girl from the show, and literally I saw a comment on her social media. Hey, I'm this guard, you know, I'm from so and so jail. I miss you, pretty face. And I was just like, okay,
Oh
that's
yeah, whether
inappropriate.
it's the girls, the guys, and honestly, it was mostly men, which in a women's
Yeah,
prison. So that should say a lot right there. And it don't matter the
yeah,
rank. The rank, it could be the you know the big time. I'm surprised the
top
warden.
level.
You know,
Yeah,
there's an investigator that got in trouble, and he's supposed to figure that stuff out, and he was the one doing the crap. Like it was wild. I was also at a
yeah.
level 3 prison, so that probably has a lot to do with it.
Is level 3 like more
Yeah, it's a
secure or
maximum
less?
security.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What do you? How was it when you got out? Like adjusting the life outside of prison?
Honestly, it was really hard. Like, you know, you don't realize how much stuff changes in 6 years. Like
Yeah,
technology, like when I went in, my daughter was a baby and now she's a kindergartner, you know, and it's like
yeah,
she was still a baby to me. So that was probably my hardest adjustment, like realizing and looking at her, like, and realizing all that I missed. And at first, like my anxiety was so wild, I could barely go to the store. Like sometimes we would go in and I would just be like, I got to get out of here. Like I can't even handle it because it was just so much.
overwhelming.
It took
Yeah,
a lot of time. I'm much better now, but
yeah,
initially, yeah, I struggled.
yeah. I can imagine, especially with like cameras out of your face, in front of your face, when you're trying to get used to being around people again like that.
Oh yeah, that part was hard.
It's already
That's also
awkward
better.
without cameras. I couldn't imagine cameras being on me. Like, oh hell no.
It's
So
you know
okay,
you
what'd you say?
I was just gonna say you kind of get used to it. Like me, I block it out. Like I just do what we would normally do or have a day like we would normally have. And I try not to, if you focus too much on that, it's gonna be obvious that, you know, like it's so like I don't want to watch what I do or watch what I say. I just want to be myself. So The first
Yeah.
season, I think we both just kind of walked on eggshells with it. And you can probably see that on there that we're kind of a little bit more compared to this season.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm noticing that for sure with a lot of cast members. They're becoming, seems like a lot of cast members, for the majority, of like had a glow up this season and they look good. And then also, like, they get so much more comfortable in front of cameras and aren't like so focused on every word they say and how they're portrayed, which is a lot makes it a lot easier to watch.
Yeah,
So,
because no matter what you do or say, you're gonna perception's everything. Everybody's gonna look at the same situation different than the next person. So there's no reason in trying to watch what you say or what you do, because regardless, somebody is gonna take it the way that you didn't want them to.
yeah, so just now it's more like we're just being ourselves, like this is us, everything. We planned the wedding, we did everything. Everything was done by us. We're doing everything. So
yeah. Whose idea was it to do the gender reveal cake? Can't wait to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're excited about that. I think we kind of just we wanted to do something different.
Everybody has the little firecracker things and all that. So we figured, like, you know what, we're just gonna, because everybody that came to the wedding didn't really know. Like, there's a few people that knew, but for the most part, everybody that was there didn't know that. So that's gonna be exciting to reveal. So
yeah, it was kind of just like, we just wanted to do something different. I mean, I haven't ever heard of anybody doing it with a wedding cake. It's like two
I haven't either.
Special things in one. So that's kind of what we wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good idea. This can be an exciting season. I can't wait to the end of it.
It definitely is.
So. What do you guys think is the biggest misconception when it comes to you guys?
Just everything, I think, and I just think our just because of how we're featured on everything, it's just kind of like, I just think nobody really gets to know us. Like, we haven't did a lot of interviews, we haven't did a lot of, so nobody really got to know us for us, so it just kind of like almost, so they just see what's on TV. So
it's really hard when, like, so much of our life is left out of the film. We only get 5-10 minute segments here and there, and it's like, and we film for hours too, so some of it almost just looks oddly placed because, like, they can't put everything in there. We're not the only couple on the show, so it's like it's just hard because I get people are just judging by what they see. And it's hard because TV land and real life is a little bit of a gap. So it's like we almost have to, like, live our lives in the past almost. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
why we don't post a lot
forward because we gotta keep in the
but
guidelines.
I feel like this season everything will be caught up, and then going forward it's going to be a lot better for us, just because we had so much stuff happen so quickly.
If you guys have the chance to sorry, I cut you. Sorry, I was lagging first. Are you guys going to do another season if you have a chance?
I think we'll be on as long as we're asked to.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the deciding factor on that is, but it's been a pretty decent experience for us. So as long as they'll have us, we'll do it.
Yeah. All righty, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming and chatting with me today. I had a few more questions. I was going to try to get some questions in the comments, but I know you guys got another thing you have to do after this. So I appreciate you guys coming.
Hey, actually, if they'll let us stay on a little bit, we can do a little bit. That kind of got canceled a little bit.
Yeah, I think.
And I know we're a little but it's up to.
Because I don't think we actually.
Well, I don't.
I think like we could do like 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Well, do you guys get recognized in person a lot? I'm going to go through some of the questions in the comments too while you guys are answering that.
We do, like, all the time, especially now. Like, they come up to me most of the time, but now that she's been on, like, it's everywhere. We can't even go shopping or Walmart, anywhere, and somebody will come up to us and take pictures or whatever. So
yeah. Okay, here's a good one. Does your guys' age difference affect you guys at all in your relationship?
I wouldn't say not really. Not right now anyways. I don't know how it'll be down the line, but as of right now, like I'm actually more attracted to someone older than me because I feel like I have an old soul. So the
Yeah.
relationships I've had with people my age have not worked out for me. And this is
Yeah.
the most solid relationship I've had. And I think the age difference has actually helped us, honestly.
You guys are 19 years apart?
I have no idea. Something like that.
Does it affect you, Shawn, at all? Like,
It doesn't. I don't even think about it like that. It's like I get along well with her, and I think that that's what what matters. You know what I mean? So it just kind of that's how it's
yeah.
like always been. So
Yeah, me and my fiance are 15 years apart, and it doesn't bother us at all, except like when he brings up like movies or music or certain events, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I will say that every
Like,
once
we
in
have,
a while. Like, you do know that I like didn't even exist yet, right?
yeah. So I'm like, I was like 2 years old when that happened. I do not
Right,
remember.
exactly. I do the same thing.
Let me see. Do you guys have any like big plans for the future? Anything like any projects or anything?
well, some of that'll be all aired out this season, so you guys are gonna see us, our
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
adventure and all that. So it's gonna be
Yeah,
exciting.
there's a lot of big stuff for us this season. We're pretty excited about
Yep.
it.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying, Sarah, you're so beautiful. A lot of people
Well, thank you.
Sarah's gorgeous. A lot of people are being, and thank you to all my moderators in the chat. I'm trying to see if I can find one more question before I let you guys go. Sarah seems like a sweetheart from what I've seen. Okay, well, I guess that's pretty much all I have. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but where can people find you and follow you at on social media? Anything you want to shout out?
I mean, we both just have Instagram. It's just Sarah Isaac 697
and then Sean Osborne 813. So it's our same ones we've had. So we got a lot of followers, and hopefully be more active here as the show goes on. And
yeah, we want to start posting more.
There's so much we want to post and want to do, but until it gets that far, we can't do it. So you guys are just gonna have
all
to.
the stuff that I want to put out there, I can't right now. So I'm kind of just waiting.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll also link your Instagrams and stuff down here too, so people can follow you if they don't already. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to everybody in the chat, and thank you to my mods. I appreciate you guys, and you guys will definitely have to come back at the end of the season
and
talk about more questions.
Yeah, because I'm sure by then
all
there'll
right,
be a
guys.
lot of questions. So
yeah.
Oh, I know. I can't wait. It's gonna be juicy. All right, guys. Take care.
Alrighty.
Me too.
Bye, guys.